Well, I'm just going to pretend like nothing happened.
We back.
All right. We'll wait for you guys to get in here. There we go. Okay, we got it right this time.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about ditching all of you. I messed up. I done messed up. I knew I was trying to share it to the group, but I did it a little too shared to the group. There we go.
So about them donuts.
Yeah, so let's get back to the donuts here.
Let's get on point. Get back on track here.
We got nothing but time. That's right, we do. That's right.
There's more.
Oh, there is. I think you need to use 2 fingers to do that. Or you can.
You did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. What's up, Davey?
Here we go.
Wait for a few more, and then we'll get on this. This time it wasn't Amy who done messed up. Well played, Amy. Well played. Hey, Terry. Hey, Loris.
Terry.
KK done messed up today instead of AA. Thank you. What's up, Timmy? People really don't have anything to do, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm really okay with that. All right. So we were talking about donuts. Shane, if you're really going to go get donuts,
Just keep driving.
yeah. Or if you do decide to go and you happen to be there and you really, really, really want to come by and bring us something, he wants 7 kolaches. I want
Gotta get back to working out there.
2
7 of these.
2 blueberry cake donuts and 2 apple fritters. That's what I was looking for. 2 apple fritters. And then one of those jumbo jalapeno sausage rolls. That's what I want. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, so let's talk about it. 90-10, mastering the balance of nutrition, especially during the coronavirus time, okay, where you're in your house. And I know if you're like me, well, let me just, before I even get there, I'm Kadima. I'm one of the coaches here at DTSOF.
I'm Jacob, also a coach here at DTSOF.
And so we just want to share a couple things with you guys today about how we kind of master this balance between nutrition and then kind of things to help you while you're at home a lot. But I think one of the things is like during this time, there's a lot of positive things to look at right now. There's a lot of positive things to look at. And we were kind of talking about this a little bit before. Because they're going to help create a sense of normalcy. At least for me, I feel like I don't have a plan. I feel like I don't have a flow of things. Like we're used to getting up and going to work, even when we complain about it, right? We're used to getting up and going to work, having our routine, eating our lunch, getting out of lunch, taking the rest of the day. Then depending on if you're a morning person or an evening person, you're used to going to work out, then going home, spending time with your loved ones, rinse and repeating, and then waiting to the weekend, or whatever it is, right? And so now it's like every day is a little weirder right now. So it's like you got to have something to kind of keep you going, right? So we're going to give you some of our tips, I think, during this time that'll help you keep a balance. And we'll talk about, some of our greatest cheat meal moments. And
Epic.
And kind of just hopefully that it helps you get a plan. And if you don't have a plan and you need help, please message us on here. And if we can't answer the question, we'll try to get back to you after this little live show is over today. But when we think about 90-10, we want to think about 90% of the things that we do is good, right? Is in line with what we're trying to do. And then 10% of it is whatever right? Like the donuts that Shane's bringing me today. That's my 10%. And we'll talk about what that really means, what 90-10 really, really looks like. So I think when you think about 90-10, how do you even go about that? I think the first place you have to start is having a goal of some sort. So having some fitness related or nutritional related or dress size related or some type of goal, something has to be that, because without that, this 90-10 doesn't make any sense at all. Zero chance of it making any sense. So I want you to think about that first. What is 90-10? 90% of the time, you're doing all the things that are going towards your goal. And then 10% of the time, you're doing whatever you want. That could be drinking some wine. That could be eating chocolate for breakfast.
90 cookies, 10 vegetables, whatever.
Yes. Yeah. If you had the split wrong, it's okay. You can change it around today. You can start today. Okay. What do you think? What do you think about that?
So if you think about it this way, the 90-10 rule, if you just want to direct it straight to your meals, if 90% of your meals are where they need to be, because we all basically know what a healthy meal looks like. You have your carbs, your veggie, and your meat. If you're not eating too much or too little, you basically know what a good meal is. If you consider you eat roughly 3 meals a day for 7 days a week, that's 21 meals. So 10% of that's 2 and a little bit, we'll call that other extra percent there, the dessert. So if 2 plus dessert meals a week aren't really good meals, but the other 90 are, you're going to get to those goals. Plain and simple. If you're having 2 bad meals, the other 18 and whatever are good, you're going to be there. I mean, really, you don't have to complicate it too much. You stick with your goal. You set your goal, stick with it. 90% of the time, if you're on point, you're going to get to that goal. Plain and simple.
So so let's say you're doing that, and how do you keep yourself consistent throughout the during that time? You made your plan. You have a plan. You know that you're supposed to eat 90% of the time, but if you're like me, there are opportunities that come up quite a bit, like somebody making you rib tips, or like sausage and sauerkraut, or
somebody getting donuts,
bringing them on by. Or what do you do in those moments, and how do you kind of avoid doing that so that you can stay consistent?
You're gonna have to learn how to say no. It's plain and simple. You might hurt some people's feelings, but you got to remember that what you want now doesn't overweigh what you want most. What you want now, like those donuts, sound really good. What I want most is to feel good during the summertime when you're out the pool or whatever it is you're doing. And you got to remember that it's not what you want now, it's what you want most. And it can be tough. I mean, we go through it literally on a daily basis. I want pizza almost every time. Anytime I drive by a fast food restaurant, I'm like, man, that McDonald's looks good.
And that's just McDonald's.
I know, like
that's just McDonald's.
It's not supposed to be easy. It's gonna be tough. It's not meant to be like, oh, I just drove by that Pizza Hut, no problem.
He says
it doesn't even sound good.
Our 10% cheat is on the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, it's tough to stay consistent, but you just have to remember it's not the now, it's what you want most. And like I said, we battle it literally every single day. It's a consistent struggle, but it's going to be worth it if you're sticking with it, that 90-10.
So how do you get through those moments when you're talking about that? Because we kind of talk to each other about it. We kind of say like, hey man, I went over here and I had this, or man, next door they're doing margaritas. They're doing margaritas to go right now.
To go.
So
have an accountability partner.
Even for like, I can still smell the food next door, even though they're like just taking takeout. They're just doing to-go orders. I can smell it.
I know. I know.
I can smell it. It doesn't go away. Man. And all I can think about is chips and salsa, chips and salsa, chips and salsa, chips and salsa. It keeps coming back because I just know you can just nibble. I'm just like, it's just a few.
Yeah.
It's just a few chips.
Yeah. And we've talked about this before. A handful of almonds versus a serving of almonds, completely different things. Same thing with those snacks. It's easy to get carried away. You're like, oh, this is a handful of cashews. Yeah, no big deal. It's healthy. Too much of anything is unhealthy.
Yeah.
Too much water. If drinking too much water can kill you, too much of anything can kill you. Okay, plain and simple.
One thing that I'd like to add to that is even though we talk about staying consistent, we talk about sometimes there's moments where it's really easy. Like I'm notorious for this. I'll say like, this has never been easier. I don't know what the fuss is all about. One day later, is this supposed to be like this? Hey, am I supposed to feel like this? Why am I so thirsty? Hey, man, can I get, like one day I could feel fantastic. And I know you've had that feeling where you just like, I feel so good. Everything feels so great. I'm doing exactly what I need to do. And all of a sudden a slip up here or a slip up there. The one thing that I would like to add to this 90-10 is to give yourself some grace. Okay. If you, well, I don't want to say but it's more likely that there is going to be a small slip up here or there. And they happen less and less as you're more consistent. So as you don't give up on it, right? As you stay the course of whatever the goal is that you're trying to meet, the longer you're doing it, I feel the less that I make those mistakes, the less that I take those little parts that are bad for me, or that get me farther away from the goal. So the 90-10, I feel like is the pinnacle of what you're trying to achieve consistently forever. It may look like 70-30 to begin with.
Yeah, it may.
And then it gets up to 80-20, and then it's 85-15, and then that breaks down to 85-15, maybe go to 86-14. I don't know how to count, but 86-14, 87-13, and it gets closer and closer. Next thing you know, you're actually 90-10. So, but it doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have to make one small change. So, look, one of the cool things that we do is Jacob really helped lead the front on this, but we designed a 28-day nutrition challenge. When you nutrition jumpstart, when you come and be a member of the gym, we have a 28-day jumpstart, and all it does is it starts with water. It's like, hey, we need to teach you how to drink water because you probably don't.
Probably don't.
And when you realize how much water you have to drink, you're like, I'm peeing all the time, et cetera, et cetera. But 3 or 4 days later, your skin is clearing up. You feel better. You start to notice, I noticed for myself specifically that I had more energy and I was eating less. I felt less hunger. I had to force myself to eat. And you would think looking at me that I never had to force myself to eat. But I had to force myself to eat the amount of calories, for that. So it ain't going to start. It may start out 90-10 and you may jump out the doors and then something happens. It seems like the moment you try to make a change like that, all of a sudden, all these distractions come out of the way. I encourage you to not beat yourself up and just continue to stay the course while you're going through that. What's up, Matthew? Not for you, homie. So if you eat clean 6 days out of the week, can the 7th day be a whole cheat day? Asking for a friend. The answer is no.
No.
The answer is no. No, because that clean eating 6 days out of the week, and that 7th day, that means you're eating at least 3 or 4 meals. So you're really eating closer to, let's say, what you said, 21 meals over a week.
Yeah.
And so let's say that they know that they're going to cheat all day, so they're really probably going to throw in 3 or 4 meals.
Yeah.
So you're really eating like 65-35 or something like that, which you just completely destroyed your whole week if you try to eat a cheat day. For us, it's a meal. And I'd like to segue to talking about cheat meals for a moment because
they're epic.
When you do them right, they take care of your week.
Yeah. If you are truly 90-10, if that 90 is on point, that 10% can be a large 10%. I'm talking like a whole extra large pizza and dessert, and you're sick of it. After you have that one massive meal, you're like, I need to get back to my chicken and rice. I'm tired of this crap. Really, if you have that one epic cheat meal for the week, you don't even want to think about it for at least another 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, there's one though that it keeps coming back to me. So we did that pizza, which was fantastic. DeLucas in South Lake, fantastic.
You should go there.
And we started eating at 7:00, and we didn't leave until almost 9:00. Every table that was eating before us was gone. Every table that was started after us was gone. And I felt like we ate so much pizza. I got tired of cheese. I literally was like, if I eat another piece of cheese, I may hurt someone.
Yeah.
But then they brought out the dessert pizza.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, it's like I got
stomach. Yeah.
Seriously,
Dessert
it was a real
stomach
thing. It was the first time I've ever experienced dessert stomach for real. Man. And then
so regular stomach, and then dessert stomach's like right here. If you guys didn't know that, I just have to agree in this one.
We ate meatballs. We had meatballs first. Then we had that like great crostinis. What do you call those? There's like French baguettes or
I don't know.
something.
They were good though. With legitimate garlic.
Yeah, it was a garlic on there. Absolutely, Lindsay. Yeah. Sometimes one of the things that I do is I plan in my macros, in my daily stuff, something that gives me the feeling or gives me the satisfaction at the end of the day. Like I have really low fat popcorn that I munch on, and it's just mostly carbs. So I have a good amount of carbs that I have to get through the end of the day. So usually while I may be sitting and enjoying some TV, I usually plan on eating some of that popcorn. It's difficult to eat the same thing every day. I absolutely agree with that. And typically what I try to do for myself is for my own comfort and preference, I don't really mind my breakfast being the exact same. Yeah. For some reason, I actually find comfort in that I don't have to think about my breakfast. So it has to be something you really, really enjoy. And it may be that you enjoy it for 4 to 6 months, and then you just need to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I keep the same breakfast for 2 years.
Yeah, and then usually my lunches and my dinners absolutely switch. They absolutely have to. And usually what I try to do is 2 options for maybe 3 days during the week, and then 2 options for the additional last couple days. For ease of time, though, for myself, I'm getting so used to this that I usually just have 1 option for lunch and 1 option for dinner, and I just roll with that the entire week. And that works for me. But for others, they may need to. I would plan on a couple meals that you can do for just 2 to 3 days, and then switch it again at the end of the week. So you plan on cooking twice a week. You do it one Sunday and one Wednesday, and then you kind of plan when you're going to do. What's up, Maurice? What's up, Mo? But you plan on when you're going to do that, so that allows you to kind of go. We're going out Saturday. We're going to have some wine. We're going to go eat wherever this restaurant, we're going to eat at this steakhouse or whatever it is, but you plan the rest of the stuff around that. So by Sunday morning, all the stuff that was potential bad, you've already left. You left it at the restaurant. And then you go shopping again. And I look for creative ways to kind of mix it up. Sometimes there's little cheats, so to speak, that can help you get through that. One of my favorites is Jacob and I are constantly going to Trader Joe's, and we get things to make our meal prep faster. So one of my honey holes, so to speak here, I find honey holes is basically anything that I know that is delicious and takes a little bit of time, a little less time. And one of those things is going to Trader Joe's and getting with food storage right now, can you cover territory with some options to help people stay on track? Absolutely. How do you not eat while you're bored? Okay. Water first.
Drink water.
Water first.
Drink water.
Because once you drink the water, what I found is that it completely satisfies my appetite first, especially right now. Drink some water right now.
So there's some science behind the being bored and the apocalypse, so to speak, going on. Is we're basically in fight or flight, and your body thinks you're going to starve yourself, or you're going to starve because the world's ending. No, it's not really ending. So your body's thinking, man, I got to hoard all these calories. So 1, we're bored. Two, your body's thinking that we need to hoard all these calories.
I'm on
So
Facebook Live.
your body's naturally
I'll call you back in
thinking,
a few minutes.
hey, let's eat some more. So it's not that you're not just bored. Your body's saying we need more calories. So you got to fight your body a little bit now, knowing that we're not going to the apocalypse. There's still going to be plenty of resources and food for you to get to. Calm it down a little bit. Drink more water. You're going to be fine. Territory meals.
Yeah, so we've actually done this too. So Territory Foods is a meal delivery service company that we have in the gym, and we've actually had them for the last couple years. Check the front door. Such a bummer. Dang it!
No, don't do it.
Okay, you want me to go get them and just show everybody?
No,
okay,
don't do it.
Okay, so Territory Foods is a meal delivery service that was coming to the gym twice a week. Since it's no longer coming to the gym, they still have home delivery. I actually ordered my first set of meals just 2 to 3 days ago. And for me, what I found within this is, one, they have a super ton of variety. So you don't have to eat the same thing any day if you don't want to.
Every meal.
Whether you're looking for vegan options, Mediterranean, low carb, high carbohydrate, balanced, go do what we want to see. I dare someone to drive by and steal the donuts. If they want to go to Hurt, they'll steal my donuts. I'm going to go look right now.
So we have Territory meals, and those deliver directly to your house now. So they were delivering to the gym, but you can get them directly delivered to your house. Relatively, if you look somewhere online, you can probably find a coupon code of some sort to get them cheaper. I think the average meal right now is around $11, which per meal, you're saving time, one, by not having to cook. Two, you don't have to go out into the grocery stores and fight the crowds. And three, you can literally change up every single meal. It does not have to be the same thing. Oh, goodness.
Okay, so
let's
break this down here. I see.
I sure hope he didn't actually get 7
Oh, he did.
He. Oh, man.
Okay, so we got a gigantic apple fritter in here. Man, hold on here. What's we got?
Maybe the best episode ever. 92.
Oh, dude, these are yours.
These are
it's gotta be.
Kolache.
Check those.
My goodness.
Check. You gotta open one of those. That's yours, man.
Kolaches.
Oh yeah, and here's the cake donuts. So what I was saying about that 10%,
yeah,
is
10% is about to happen.
So you were telling about Territory, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Unless you guys have more questions about Territory.
All right. Couple tips on Matthew. We do need help with these.
No, you're not. You're not going to Shipley's, baby mama.
We are doing a fantastic job of that. Yeah. I find a couple cuts out sugar cravings, which helps support with snack craving. Yes.
3 cups. No more than 3 cups a day.
Yeah.
No more than 3 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah, actually.
And that's like a Keurig 1 cup is 1 cup. Not like 1 cup a day.
Or 1 bang a day.
You don't.
Sparse.
Don't. That's even worse than the donuts.
Over the course of the day.
It's not a perfect system, everybody. We're still getting there.
But real quick, I want to cover some Corona tips. Okay, we want to cover some Corona tips here, and I'm going to have Jacob kind of lead out on this one.
So 1, your normal is no longer your normal. It's unless you were previously staying in your house all the time, working from home, your normal is no longer your normal. You need to find a normal. You need to set a routine. It's tough. We're all over the place. We still haven't found our routine yet. We're getting there. Do your best job to find a new routine. Find a new normal. Stick with it. Whether that's waking up, working out immediately, breakfast, yada, yada. Get your meals. However, find a new normal because it's no longer normal. We're not going back to that for at least another 3 weeks probably. So for this next 3 weeks, find your normal, stick with it.
Yeah, I think in that new normal, one of the things that we've done, guys, is, and we'll have some more information for our members out there. Every single Sugar WOD workout has a video attached to it as workout details, and part of that is one we've recorded the whole video as one where you have your warm up, your strength, and all those pieces included in there, and then we have one where we've segmented the pieces. So if you want to kind of follow along on your own time, you could see the individual pieces of the warm up being demonstrated, one round of the actual workout being demonstrated. So there's quite a few things that you can utilize to go through that process. Let's see. I guess I'm done for the week. That's funny.
Okay, so when you're in Sugar WOD and you need the video, so I don't know if you guys can you see that. No,
I don't think they can.
Sucks. Let's see if I turn down my brightness, if that'll help.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so on there's two things. There's two things that say no coach's notes. That top thing that says no coach's notes, if you click it, it goes right to a video that'll show you the video that we've recorded already for that portion of the workout, the pre-charge, the workout, and the cool down. Just go on there and it shows all the videos.
Yep. We'll have some additional things coming out of the Hatchers as we get better at video editing, recording, etc. And plus for some cool Saturday stuff that we'll be doing as well. Second tip on Corona stuff is don't buy all the crap.
Stay away from the bag of Doritos, the potato chips, and your guacamole. You don't need it. Stop.
If you weren't, the only way that I have any chance of staying on track is I don't buy the stuff to begin with. I didn't buy the stuff before, and I know that if I do buy the stuff, there's only really two options. Eat it all in that one sitting or throw it away. Okay, let's say we don't have a cheat meal, but I have a whole pint of Ben & Jerry's that I can eat throughout the week.
No.
Is that too much?
One meal for you, one meal, one dessert. That's it. Everybody else is on the 90-10. You're even more strict.
Yeah, case by case. Depending on how aggressive the goal is, these rules do change a little bit. And so, but for most, if you don't have a super, super aggressive goal, you could technically do that Ben & Jerry's over the course of a week.
If it's one serving, yeah.
If it's one serving, if it's a couple bites, I just don't know if I have that capability.
I don't.
So
it's either all or nothing.
Yeah. So because of that, I don't think I have that capability. Yep. Yeah. That's good. I should put that. I'm on the 50-50. Amy, get off the 50-50. All right. And, finally, best tip right now during the Corona time, okay? This is a fantastic time to learn how to cook and meal prep.
Perfect time.
You know it as well as I do. You got plenty of time.
Get on it.
And YouTube is your friend. If we have to do a cooking video next week, we just may.
Yeah, I'll do.
We'll do a midweek cooking video. We'll get a hot plate out here. I'll show you guys how to cook some stuff that's super easy and tasty.
Yeah.
And doesn't take a lot of time. That's the key there.
I put a video out on my entire week's meals on Instagram not that long ago. Go check it out. It'll give you some ideas. They're all easy. Nothing that we cook is extravagant.
Yep.
Even our longest meal prep times took 2 hours.
Yeah.
For an entire week's worth of food.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Yep. And you get better at it. And you find I find that I enjoy the flavor in those meals a lot more.
They're ready to go.
Yep.
You don't have to cook them.
Yes.
Get them out of the fridge.
Great time to meal prep and learn how to make things and discover, because it does take a lot of time. I'm here for a food video. We will go down on that for you. Let's see. We must Skype Saturday's WOD.
We're going to talk about that.
Emily, we got you covered. Okay? We got you covered. Okay. Corona tips. Find a new normal. You need to have a plan. Set an alarm. Get your butts up. Get a cup of coffee. If you're a daily reader, read some reading, do some meditation, pray, read your Bible, something. Okay? Get on a daily schedule. If you're working from home now because of this stuff, do your work from home. keep water around you, drink water first, and then you're going to have some time. Probably work will end, for some people, it'll end early, and time to learn. Time to learn how to meal prep. You're going to be cooking a lot anyway. You're not, you call it door dashing everything.
No,
so
better not be.
Yeah. So
better not be.
Good time to learn how to meal prep. I think a video is definitely in order to show you how to prep at home and how to make it affordable too, during this time. We're not out of closets to clean. Okay. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will be back to you next week. Probably not standing in the same location. It'll probably be just a streaming from like our houses or something, but maybe not. We'll be here. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We will see you later and have a plan.
See ya.
Bye.